Hi there, I'm TheFarmerJ and welcome to my channel. Today I am here to do something a little bit different. You might have guessed based on how the screen looks, but I am here to rate every single cow from the Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons franchise. If you have seen any of my other videos, you might know that I am currently working on playing through every single game in that series. But like I said, today we're here to do a different, very important task. So what are my criteria? Well, there's not a lot. It's pretty much just based on how cute I think the cows are. Alright, so in ranking these videos, also I want to mention that I am not going to be doing separate ratings for the games that are like the girl version of the same game. The series is a bit convoluted in that way, but essentially I'm rating all the different ways that the cows look. Now, we're going to have an S tier, an A tier, B tier, C tier, like you might imagine. I think I need to add one more tier, and you'll see why in a second, and that is going to be... Oops, all bubble cows. That is going to be our tier name, and you will see why in a moment. Zeros, cows. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna make it a different color. That's a nice color. Alright. Alright, so looking at our first game, we have Harvest Moon SNES, the original, the classic. Well, I'm gonna have to say that I love this cow design. Obviously, it is the classic. Not a lot of the games actually continued following this very same design, but the Game Boy Color ones did. So I'm going to put this in A tier. It is a great design. It's adorable, very cute, very round, great pixel art. Yeah, A tier. Next we are on to Game Boy Color, the original that was out for the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. We're going to put this in... Oh, it's super cute. It's super cute. It's a little bit basic, though. We'll put it in B tier. All right, Harvest Moon 64. Harvest Moon 64... Well, I should mention that this rating isn't based on like the graphics specifically, because some of the images I found were pretty blurry. I haven't yet played through every single game to get my own footage and own photos, so some of them are like really old screenshots. So anyway, Harvest Moon 64, the graphics are not up to today's standards, you could say. They haven't aged the best, but even just the design, it's not my favorite, so we're gonna put it in C tier. Harvest Moon Game Boy Color 2. It's a very similar design to the first Game Boy game. We'll put it in B tier. All right, back to nature. That cow design is pretty similar to the one from 64. It's mainly seems to be just a difference in perspective and maybe a slight graphical difference. Put it in C tier. All right, now Harvest Moon Game Boy Color 3. I just did a video on that. Please check it out. It's pretty cool, and I love the thumbnail for it that I did. It's just a lot of fun to me to do those things. This cow, even though it's very similar to the design for the other two Game Boy games, she's a little bit rounder, and it's pretty cute. So we're gonna go A tier for that one. This next one is bizarre. I haven't played this game. This is next on my list to play in order when I'm doing all the games. But I was just cracking up when I first saw this cow. All right, so this is from Save the Homeland. She is very goofy looking. I love the creativity. She looks unlike any other cow in any other Harvest Moon game. Cuteness factor, I mean, kind of cute, but also kind of weird looking design. We'll put it C tier. All right, Friends of Mineral Town. I like the pixel art on it. It's very detailed, but it is also kind of basic. C tier. Now, this next one is one of the best designs of any animal in any game in all of history. This is the cow from A Wonderful Life. She's beautiful, she's perfect, her eyes are kind. She's just S tier. There is nothing wrong with this design. And if any of you let your cows die in the original Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life for GameCube, then I don't even know what to say. Beautiful design. On to Harvest Moon for the DS, the first one for the DS, that is. It looks almost identical to the one from Friends of Mineral Town. C tier. This next design is what, to my knowledge, it's the first of the bubble cow designs in the series. Now, there might have been some featured in cover art of previous games. I can't really remember off the top of my head, but it's the first appearance of the bubble cows in game. So here we are. So Magical Melody. Magical Melody, the cow design. So I'm gonna give this first appearance of the bubble cows A tier, because it's really, really cute and it fits that game's art style really, really well. Even if it's kind of a silly art style, you could say, the design for the cow just works. Now, if we look at, what is this one? Oh, Island of Hope. Island of Hope. That's when we see the problem begin. So, oops, all bubble cows. It looks not much different from every other bubble cow in the series. On to Harvest Moon: Tree of Tranquility. Alright. So similar, more realistic body shape to the cow from A Wonderful Life. Has a little hair. I know some cows in real life have that little tuft of hair on the top, like the, the Highland cows or something along those lines, but I get a little weirded out by the hair. It looks like a little toupee to me, so we're gonna go, we'll go B tier. I like the shape of the cow because it's very realistic and it is very cute, but the hair throws me off. Sunshine Islands. Yeah, hate to say it, but it's another bubble cow. On to Animal Parade. That design, honestly, when I saw the design for the Animal Parade cow, I was surprised because the art style between Animal Parade and Tree of Tranquility is so similar, but the cow design is a lot different. It's sort of realistic, but also I don't like how its eyes look, and this is a very, very objective rating video, so that is just a fact. So I don't really like how its eyes look. I don't like the little tuft of hair again, the little toupee. Alright, we're gonna put this in, C tier. I'm sorry. Sorry, Animal Parade cow. This isn't the ranking within C tier. I would probably say that the Animal Parade one is at the top of C tier, but that's alright. On to Grand Bazaar. So the original Grand Bazaar for the DS, it is, would you believe it, another bubble cow. Alright, oops, all bubble cows. There we go. This next one just surprised me. It shocked me. She's beautiful. She's perfect. Maybe a little less perfect than the one for A Wonderful Life, but she looks like the dog from Target, the bull terrier. She looks like a bull terrier mixed with a cow. She's great. And this is, oh, I think I forgot to say, so the cow from Hero of Leaf Valley. So Hero of Leaf Valley was the PSP remake of Save the Homeland. So it has a very similar graphical look, though not exactly the same. It doesn't have the cell shading and stuff like that, but I had assumed that the cow design would also be a freak. No offense. Like the one from the Save the Homeland. Freak in a good way. It's goofy and I love it, but this one is beautiful. S tier. S tier. We have Tale of Two Towns. I think that is the last of the... I think that's the last of the ones for the regular DS. I can't remember if A New Beginning came out on the regular DS or the 3DS. I think it's the last of the DS. So, oops, all bubble cows. All right, got another one. Okay, I just looked it up, and A New Beginning did come out on the 3DS. Not that it really matters, but that's just my brain. It gets stuck on stuff like that. So, next we have A New Beginning. Now, what you're about to see may shock you. I was thinking about not putting a D tier on this list because they're all cows, they're all relatively cute, right? But I was proven wrong. Here we have the cow from A New Beginning. She needs to put some brown contacts in, first of all. Why is her hair blonde like that? Now, there might be cows that have that look to them, but I'm sorry, A New Beginning cow. You scare me, you frighten me. I'm terrified. D tier. Alright, so the weird thing also, I haven't played A New Beginning yet. It's on my list, but it's kind of weird that there are also bubble cows in that game. Maybe they realized that the regular cow was too frightening. So we're going to put that regular cow in Oops All Bubble Cows. But I never thought I would prefer to have one of the bubble cows compared to a more original design, but I guess I do in that instance. We're coming down to it. We don't have many more in our list. Now. On to the Story of Seasons cow. Now, I don't know why they committed so much to the black and white traditional cow, but with the blonde hair. However, this version doesn't have the frightening eyes that I can see, at least in this image. So we're gonna go, we'll go C tier, average, but it is different. It's not a dang bubble cow. Right, on to Trio of Towns, the last game for the 3DS and the last Story of Seasons game, so it had started coming out under that name. So the last Story of Seasons game for a long while before the Switch, actually. Alright, Trio of Towns. So it's really, really cute. Its eyes are very kind. The hair is silly, but it's okay. The mouth is weird. Like, I don't know why the snout throws me off so much. I guess it kind of looks like a butt. I don't know. That might be... I can't even picture a cow's snout in real life. My brain is melted from all these digital cows, but... Alright, we'll put her in B tier. The Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral remake cow. Well, oh wait, it's a bubble cow. I was looking at the other one. Yeah, bubble cow. Oops, all bubble cows. Yeah, I know a lot of people were not a fan of the Friends of Mineral Town, the remake that was for the Switch. I actually played that game before I played Back to Nature, or I'm playing Friends of Mineral Town really soon, but I haven't even played the regular version yet. But even I could recognize the art style wasn't my favorite. So yeah, bubble cow. Now, we do have a little addition that was... I didn't put any other color variations on this because this video would be ridiculously long, but the strawberry bubble cow, that has to go in S tier. I think strawberry cow became a meme or something. I don't know, I'm an old... But S tier. She's great. Okay, the Pioneers of Olive Town cow. So it is a bubble cow. It does have a bell on its tail. I can't remember if any of the other bubble cows have bells on their tail. Not that it really matters, I'm just thinking about that now. Does the one from Magical Melody? I don't think so. Alright, oops, all bubble cows. There you go. Pioneers of Olive Town cow. Alright, we have 2 more to rate. So the next one, it's an easy S tier, right? I was so worried after the Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town remake. I was worried that they were going to put a bubble cow in A Wonderful Life, and I was terrified, I was scared, I was okay, but I was like worried that they would do that. But they didn't. We have a beautiful design. Her eyes don't look as kind as the one from A Wonderful Life, the original, but still a very good design. I really like how they did the graphics in that game. I like the changes overall in that game, but yeah, design is not as soft and kind and beautiful and perfect as the one from A Wonderful Life, but still really good. Right, and the grand finale... Oh, maybe I should have put something funny at the end, because unfortunately the Grand Bazaar remake is another bubble cow. So there we have it. I do like that the Grand Bazaar remake, which is an amazing game. I I really love that game so much. It's definitely one of my favorite in the franchise, but yeah, it's a bubble cow. There are a lot of color variations, so that is fun. I'm not sure if there's a strawberry one. If there's a strawberry one, I hope there is. I don't think there is, but I'm not sure. But nonetheless, looking at our list here, so we have in S tier, A Wonderful Life, The Hero of Leaf Valley Cow, the Friends of Mineral Town Story of Seasons remake, Strawberry Cow, the Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, A Wonderful... Oh my goodness, I'm getting tongue-tied. The remake cow there, S tier. And you can see the rest. You can see like this unequal, uneven distribution. We have a pretty heavy weight toward the bubble cows, which is fine. I mean, she's a dependable design, right? But I hope to see more creativity. I hope that every game just doesn't turn to the bubble cow design. So what do you think? You want to start an argument with me in the comments? That would be interesting. I am not an expert in cows. I have played a lot of these games, not all of them yet, but it is a highly, I know I was joking about it being objective, but it is a highly subjective list, so these are only my opinions. Please feel free to argue with me in the comments, though. I'd be curious to know what your S tier cows are and what you think about the bubble cow design. Are you a fan of it? Do you wish that every single game had the bubble cow design? Do you hate it? What are your thoughts on the A New Beginning one that needs some brown contacts? I recently learned that meme, and I'm an old and I'm stuck on that meme, and I think it's hilarious. All right, so thank you for watching my video. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I plan to continue playing through this series. I might have a little time off due to the birth of my little baby coming up, hopefully very soon. So yeah, keep an eye out, and I will see you again. Thanks for watching.